Hi, Val. Yay, I'm down here. All right, Val. Oh, I got two Vals. And my mother says, I'm here. How do I find you? Hang on. We got to troubleshoot for mom. We got Alex. Hi, sweet pea. Come on, Mom. You can do it. I believe in you. Kate is here. Hi, Kate. I found you. Good job, Mom. All right, everybody. I have a sequence planned for tonight already, but it can always be modified if you have anything that you've been dealing with, physical or otherwise. Since I can see who's here, I know several of you very well and what you usually enjoy doing, so I will definitely incorporate some of that. And I'm thinking that for tonight, too, last Tuesday, we did kind of more of a grounding forward fold based practice because we weren't sure what was going on yet. And now that we've all been perhaps stuck in the house for a week, I don't know about you guys, but the weather and just being here and everything kind of finding its new normal, I don't know. How do I want to say, energizing yet grounding, a little bit more back bends, more energy in the spine, a little bit more upward and outwards type of movement, just to kind of wake up and get re-inspired, because I have not felt very inspired this week so far. I don't know about you guys. So I do have my screen on down below here. If I cut out, I apologize. There's mom. If my audio cuts out, I apologize. I am using a mic pack just because I think it's a lot easier to deal with a sound that is perhaps a little bit crackly, that is just my voice, and not get distracted by a truck driving by or a cat or a mat or what have you. So we will go ahead and get started. And if you do not have yoga blocks and you usually use them, you might also be able to use books. You might be able to use even cans of soup. That sounds kind of silly, but they work. Basically, anything that helps make your arms a little bit longer or bring the floor a little closer to you. You can reuse rolled up towels, rolled up blankets. So gathering any props you may want and positioning your mat so that you can comfortably see me in relation to your screen. If you'd like, I'm using a band. You can grab a towel, you can grab a sock, something. We're going to be doing a bit more of shoulder opening today, so you might want to grab something between your hands if you know that interlacing your hands behind the back is really challenging to open the chest. If your shoulders like to stay forward, taking the hands a little farther apart can help. So we will go ahead and get started in a tall seat. And if you want to, you are welcome to sit on a towel, blanket, some sort of cushion, again, to make yourself as comfortable as you can be. And letting yourself land from your day, from your week so far. And just note how you're doing in this moment. If you've been a little bit depressed or a little bit unmotivated, if you've been running around like crazy after your children, after yourself, after your schedule, just kind of take an inventory of what's been going through your head, what's been going on, and how it's been affecting you. Finding the root of maybe a couple of these things that have been going on. Maybe it's lack of control, lack of schedule, lack of motivation or consistency. Picking one root cause to try to work with and balance out tonight. And setting your intention to be the opposite of whatever you've been feeling. Maybe setting it as an opposite seems a little bit aspirational or a little too optimistic. Don't let yourself tell yourself that. Take it as far into the opposite direction as you can and as you want. Using this practice to help affirm your intention in our shapes, in our sun salutes, in our warrior one. How could you bring this intention into play? If you could find more stability in your feet, more strength in your shoulders, if you could find more grace, more softness, use this intention to inspire your practice, to practice it now, practice it later, being able to take it with you. And bow your head to your chest to seal in your intention. Blink the eyes open, and we will begin in our seat. So I'm going to remove my cushion. You are welcome to keep yours if you'd like. We're having a slightly funny connection here. See if I can make it better. All right. I'm sure CFU is just having a heyday. So in our seat, start with the hands down on either side of the hips, either side of the torso. As you inhale, raise the arms up overhead. As you exhale, reach the arms wide back down to the floor. We can touch the floor, regrounding. Inhale to raise up, lengthen through both sides, up high through the shoulders. Exhale, reach wide. Inhale to raise up. Exhale, wide. Leave your left hand to the floor. Inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, slide left hand or bend left elbow, reach up and over. Inhale, raise up. Switching, right hand lands, left arm, exhale, up and over. Inhale, raise up, switch. Exhale, right arm reaches. Inhale to lift up. Left arm up and over. Both arms up overhead. Take the arms into their goalpost back bend, elbows wide. Exhale, open the chest. Really pull down, shoulder blades down. Inhale, raise up. We'll do this 2 more times. Elbows wide. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, reach wide. Raise all the way up. And all the way down. Take the hands, interlace behind the back or grab our strap, our sock, our towel in between the hands if you'd like. Open the chest and press the hands, press the knuckles down toward the floor. Maybe yours land, maybe they don't. Either way, lengthening down through the arms, helping free up the neck and the shoulders. As you exhale, tip the right ear over right shoulder. Inhale, take the head back up. Tip left ear over left shoulder. Head up. Right ear over right shoulder. Back up. And left ear over left shoulder. Back up. From here, turn the head to the right. Inhale back to middle. Turn the head to the left. Back to center. Exhale, turn right. Middle. And turn left. Back to the center. Go ahead and release the hands, release the strap or towel, and we'll shift forwards, coming on to hands and knees if it's comfortable to do so, or if you're familiar with our seated cat-cow variation, you're welcome to take this option as well. Hands and knees, hands below shoulders, knees below hips. As you inhale, lift the chest to cow pose, shoulder blades down the back. Cat pose. Exhale, round. Hug the navel up and under, rounding through the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, back to cow pose. Cat pose. Exhale, round. Couple more, each variation, each pose. Following your own breath, slow movement, matching the length of inhale and exhale, matching how long it takes for you to shift from one pose to the other. And one more inhale to cow pose, and we'll release the hips back toward heels, coming into child's pose. If child's pose is not comfortable, we can take our diamond pose if we're in our seated variation. Walk the hands over to the left side of the mat, curve long through whole right side body. Hands walk over to the right, curve long through whole left side. Hands back to the center. As you inhale, shift forwards to cow pose again. Cat pose, exhale round. Inhale back to cow. Tuck the toes, back to down dog. Pressing back through the heels, or if you'd like, pedal back through one heel, bending opposite knee. Finding more movement or more stillness based on your intention and your needs right now. And we'll press back evenly through both hips and both heels. As you inhale, shift to a plank or kneeling plank. Stay to breathe here. Hips up, back to down dog. One breath to stay. After your exhale, inhale to plank or kneeling plank. Stay to breathe again. Next exhale, hips up, back to down dog. Walk the feet forwards, come into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale to a half lift, shoulder blades into the back, spine long. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, raise all the way up, hands overhead. Hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, raise the arms. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Fold, plant the hands, step back to a plank or a kneeling plank. As you exhale, lower, take your preferred vinyasa, lowering, coming into your back bend, lifting the chest. As you exhale, move back to downward facing. And that is when I lost my mic pack. So, clipping it back on. This will last for about 7 minutes. I certainly apologize. This is the difficulty with live video, but hopefully this voiceover helps you complete this practice. So we'll take our forward fold, half lift, and inhale, raise all the way up overhead, and hands to heart center. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, chest forwards. Exhale, fold, step back, come back to plank or kneeling. Exhale, lower, take your preferred vinyasa, your back bend. And exhale, back to down dog. Breathing here, adjusting the feet if you need to. And for the life of me, I don't know why I didn't see you guys telling me, hey, we can't hear ya, when I got up and smiled at the camera, but I didn't. All right, walk, step, or hop forwards, back to a half lift at the top. We'll grab our strap, our towel, our sock, interlace hands behind the back if you'd like. And exhale, bound forward fold. We can keep the knees bent, torso could even land onto the legs, giving the hips and the low back a little break. And inhale back to a half lift, release our prop or our hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, hands overhead. And hands to heart center. One more, Sun A. Inhale to raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Fold, plant the hands, move back to plank or kneeling. Exhale, lower your vinyasa. Back bend. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And after your next exhale, walk, step, or hop forwards, half lift. This time in our fold, we'll add a bind. First 2 fingers around big toes or hands to ankles or calves. Pulling the shoulders into the back, elbows reach wide or back by the knees to help keep the neck free. And next inhale, back to a half lift, release the bind. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, hands overhead. We'll take the elbows wide, hands to heart center. A little bit of a balance here. We'll shift the weight into the left leg. Left foot firm to the floor. Tapping onto right big toe or float right knee up in front of the hip, staying here. And release. Switching sides, weight into your right leg, tapping left big toe or floating left knee up toward the height of the hip. And release back to the floor. Taking the hands to the hips, we'll step our right leg back, coming into crescent lunge. Back heel will stay off the floor. Inhale the arms up. 3 times, exhale, twist. Right arm forward, left arm behind. Inhale, heart forwards, raise the arms. 2 more, exhale, twist again, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale to raise. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms up overhead. And fold, hands land around left foot. Inhale, left leg back to 3-legged dog. We'll open the hips if you'd like, raising through the outside seam of left leg, keeping the outside of ankle, outside of knee lifting if you'd like. Add on the bend with the knee, pressing the foot behind you, returning to open hips or our level hips if you'd prefer. And exhale, back to down dog. Inhale to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, lower all the way down, landing for locust pose. Hands back around hips. Strength through whole back body, hovering up, breathing here. And exhale, release, hands around rib cage. Move back to down dog. Walk, step, or hop forwards, half lift at the top. Exhale, fold. Raise all the way up, hands overhead. Elbows wide, exhale, goalpost back bend, open the chest. Inhale to raise up. And hands to heart center. Return the hands back to the hips. We'll step back with opposite leg. Left leg steps back to crescent lunge. Inhale the arms up. 3 times twisting. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm behind. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, twist in. Inhale to raise. Exhale, 1 more twist. Inhale to lift up. Release, hands down around right foot. Inhale, right leg back to 3-legged dog. Again, opening the hips if you'd like to. Raising through outside seam, foot can press back behind. Coming back to level, your preference. And inhale, level hips back to our 3-legged dog. And down dog, release to the floor. Inhale, plank or kneeling plank. Lower all the way down, landing. This time, if you'd like to, add bound locust. And releasing the hands, or if you'd prefer, grab our towel, our sock, our strap. Hover up, stay to breathe. And exhale, release, hands back around rib cage, move back to down dog. Oh, just kidding. Move back to wide-legged child's pose. Pardon me. Knees wider than rib cage, arms forwards around either side of the head. And with your next inhale, we'll come into thread the needle, lift the chest slightly, slide right arm under left shoulder, thread the needle, right cheek or temple could land to the ground. And then next inhale, extend right arm forwards again, bringing left arm under right shoulder, other side, left cheek or temple can land. And next inhale, lift the chest, come back out, rebuild back up onto hands and knees, back to down dog, breathing here. And this is when I decide to check and make sure everyone's good, and that is the point that I realize no one can hear me. So I'm going to mess with my mic pack a little bit here. Please grab a drink, towel off, do what you need, and we'll be back to the practice in a moment. Not sure what happened, guys. I'm wondering if it happened right after my mic pack got dropped. This is the guy that's not working though. Well, we're gonna work on that. Cannot hear. Okay, so maybe that was... Yeah, you are back. Happened when I dropped it. Well, shoot. Might have broken my mic. That's not okay. Well, one moment. It's been plenty of 5 breaths in down dog here. Unthread myself, and I'm hoping you can hear me well enough just from the mic on my phone. You're right next to a window, so you also might get some trucks, and there goes an ambulance actually. Prayers them. Lovely to hear you. Well, I can't hear you. Lovely to see you. Okay, we were in down dog. We just got done with both rounds of our press lunge. Come back up to the top of your mat. Hands to heart center. Shift your weight into the left leg. Turn the right heel inside left ankle. Going into our kickstand tree. Staying here if you'd like. Woo. Pull the foot up inside left half. Keep right knee pressing wide, opening the hips just like you would a triangle pose or a warrior two. From here, if you'd like, we can bring the foot up higher inside the upper leg above the knee joint. And lifting back up, we'll release gently to the floor again. Shifting your weight into right foot, right leg. Turn left heel inside right ankle, staying here for our kickstand. Or if you'd like, bring the foot up inside right calf. If you'd like, lifting the foot up higher inside right leg, or we can stay right here. And floating back up and out, bring the left knee forwards and release to the ground. Take both hands to the hips and step back with your right leg coming into goddess pose, turning the toes out and the heels in. As we bend the knees, we'd like to make sure the knees can stay wide with the ankles, so we can adjust the width of the feet in order to make that happen. Inhale the arms overhead. Take the elbows wide to a goalpost shape, sitting back into goddess. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, elbows wide, sit back. Inhale to raise. Exhale, sit back to stay, breathing here. Draw back, navel draws in as we stay to breathe, pressing knees wide, active through the outside of the legs. And legs strong, stand up, toes in front of heels. We'll take the hands down into a T shape at the height of the shoulders. Slide your left hand down the side seam of left leg, reach right arm up and over, kind of like triangle. We will get nearly as far as we will stay in the same plane, torso facing forwards. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, right hand down, right seam, left arm up or up and over. Inhale, raise up. Hands back to the hips, this time triangle. Taking the right toes to the back part and left toes to the front of the mat. Inhale, the arms up to the height of the shoulders. Exhale, reach forward, stretching through whole right side, arm raises. And tiny bit of a bend in the left knee just to stack up. We'll pivot again, right toes to the back of the mat. Right hand down, right leg, left arm can reach high. Slight bend into right knee, stand back up, T-shape with the arms, toes in front of heels, interlace hands behind the back, or grab our strap or towel again, open the chest, and fold forwards. Inhale back to a half lift. From here, take the hands back to the floor. Planting left hand below the face, inhale, right arm up, spin the chest toward the back of the mat. Right hand reaches high, arms long. And release right hand to the floor below the face, left hand to left, all the way up, twisting toward the front. Release left hand back to the floor. Pivot, left knee and toes face the front of the mat. Walk back around into runner's lunge. Inhale to plank, plank, plank. From here, staying, or if you'd like, come into an up dog on the toes and back to plank. Stay for 3 more breaths, or up dog on the toes, back to plank. 2 more of those. If you'd like, continue. And back to plank. 1 more inhale, hips up, back to down dog. Walk, step, or hop forwards, half lift back to top. Forward fold. Inhale, raise, hands overhead. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms raise up, we'll take lizard pose. Fold, plant the hands. Step back with your left leg, taking the left knee to the floor like we would a kneeling lunge, but we'll walk right leg outside, right arm inside, staying here, hips and chest lunging forwards. If you'd like, right hand plant onto right knee, opening the chest, twisting open. Bending left knee to add on. Maybe right hand, left foot, bind, or we can let that go if it does not feel okay. Walk right leg below the chest. Hands frame right foot. Straighten the left knee off the floor. We're going to come into a half warrior 3. So we can use blocks, or we can take hands or fingertips to the floor. Stand up into right leg. Left leg straight behind, flexing the foot. Release left foot to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Fold, plant hands, leg back into lizard pose. Set the right knee to the floor. We'll walk the left leg outside of left arm, staying to hands. We can stay hands to blocks if you'd like. Twisting left hand to left knee, opening the chest. If you'd like, we can add on the bind, bending right knee. Maybe reaching back to take hold of the foot. Releasing back out, walk the left leg below the chest. Straightening right knee off the floor. Again, hands to floor, palms, fingertips, or blocks. We can shorten the stance before we lift up into our half year 3. Right leg straight back behind. And release right foot, forward fold. Back to half lift. Exhale. Raise all the way up, hands overhead. Hands to heart center. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back your left leg for crescent lunge again, standing up. Hands to heart center this time for our twist. Twisting left elbow on or toward right leg, opening the chest. The right side, hands press together to help open right shoulder. Legs strong, inhale, raise up. Fold, hands down around the right foot. And we'll keep the back heel off for this variation of pyramid. Moving the hips straight back. If you need to, we can shorten the stance, stepping left foot forwards. Continue to sit right hip back behind, keeping whole right side long. Bending into the right knee, legs strong, come back up to crescent. Hands to heart center. With a bit of moving balance, stand into the right leg, up left forwards. We'll switch sides. Inhale, arms up. Fold, plant the hand, step your right leg into crescent lunge. Inhale to stand up. Hands to heart center, and we'll twist to your left. Right elbow on or toward left thigh. Legs strong, stand back up, arms up overhead. Fold hands around the left foot. Keeping left hip reaching back behind, right hip straightens forward, just slightly. Straighten left leg, folding over left leg. If we need to adjust stance, we can always change where the feet have landed. Bending back into the left knee. Inhale, raise up. Hands to heart center. Moving balance, bringing the weight into the left foot. Step right foot forwards. Good job. From here, we're going to shift the weight back into the right foot, right leg. Bend the left knee up toward the height of the hip. Extend left leg back to warrior 3. Left foot back. Torso leans forward, trying to leave a mostly straight line between the back foot and the chest. Standing up, float the left knee. Release the left foot back floor. Weight shifts into left foot, left leg. Bend the right knee up toward the height of the hip. Right leg back, torso forward for warrior 3. Lifting back up, bend the right knee up. Release right foot back to the floor. From here, we'll come back to our wide stance. Hands to the hips. Step the right leg back. This time, doing our twists actively. Inhale, the arms overhead, reach them high and wide. You exhale, left hand on or toward right foot. We can also leave it below the face, more toward the center. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, twist right hand on or toward left foot. Inhale, raise up. So we're keeping most of the weight in the legs. Twist left hand toward right foot. Inhale, lift up. Twist right hand toward left foot. Now raise all the way up. From here, we're going to take eagle arms. Take your right arm underneath the left. Backs of the hands touch, or maybe palms to touch. Keeping torso, rib cage, moving back. And starting to lift the elbows, stretching through the outside and underside of shoulders and rib cage. And feel the arms compress into one another. At the same time, feel like the feet are pulling in toward one another as well. Chest moves back and down, elbows move up, hands move forward slightly. Switching arms in, extend wide. And bring left arm under right arm. Backs of hands to touch or palms to touch. I'm now paranoid about my audio, all right. Rib cage in and back, elbows up, hands slightly forwards. And on your inhale, extend the arms wide, T shape, slightly higher, and these hands upward grip, or grab our strap or towel again, opening the chest. Bound, wide leg fold, second pass. Inhale back to wide leg, half lift. Hand to the front of the hips, spine strong, stand all the way up. Weight shifts to left leg, step the right foot forwards, back up to the top of the mat. Last bit of standing. Inhale the arms up. Fold, plant the hands. Step your left leg back into warrior one. Hip points forwards, back heel grounds this time. Inhale to raise up. Take the elbows wide. Exhale, open the chest. Straighten the right knee. Inhale, lift up. Two more times. Exhale, bend in. Elbows pull wide. Inhale to straighten up. Exhale, bend in. Raise up to stay up. Keep the left arm high. Bring the right arm behind the back. As you exhale, hinge forwards, hips back, chest and arm reach out. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, fold halfway. Inhale to raise. Once more, halfway. Inhale to lift up. And fold all the way. Left hand inside right arch onto the floor or onto a block. We can roll right shoulder over left, and you just sit the right hip back behind as we did in lizard and in our pyramid variation. Right arm can lift or stay to the hip. Exhales, hug rib cage in like we did with our eagle arm stance. Inhales, lift higher through right hand. Release the right hand, folding over right leg to pyramid pose. Bend back into the right knee. Inhale, stand up, arms up overhead. Take your left arm underneath the right arm for eagle arm again. Keeping the arms, step the left foot forwards just to our standing. Release the arms down at the sides. Inhale, arms up overhead. Fold, plant the hands. Step your right leg back into our warrior one. Inhale, raise up. 3 times, take the elbows wide. Exhale, open the chest. Straighten left knee. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, lift up to stay up. Keep the right arm high, left arm behind back. Exhale, halfway lower hip, shoulder, hands straight out. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, halfway low. Inhale to lift. Exhale, halfway once more. Inhale all the way up. And fold all the way down. Right hand inside left arch onto the floor, or if you'd like, onto a block or a book. Start to open left shoulder over right, spinning toward left leg. Left shoulder, part left hand can stay or extend up to the ceiling. Ribs draw, navel stay strong as we turn toward left leg. Release the left hand, folding over left leg for pyramid pose. Can change where back foot land if we need to change the angle of the hips. Bend back into the left knee. Stand up for warrior one. From here, take the right arm underneath the left back to eagle arms, pressing the hands away, rib cage back in. Weight into left leg as you step right foot forwards to standing. Release the arms down the sides. Landing, balancing our forward chair. Hands to heart center, or if you want to, wrap right arm underneath the left. Shift your weight into the left leg, bend your right knee up. Cross right ankle over the top of the left thigh, start to sit back. Arms are optional here. Standing up, float the right knee, and release the right foot back to the floor. Weight shifts into right. If you'd like to, we will take left arm underneath the right. Bending left knee up, cross left ankle over right thigh. Arms can stay into eagle arms or hands heart center. Standing up with the left knee and release the left foot back to the floor. Down to the ground, we'll go ahead and take a fold, plant the hands, step back onto the knee. We'll sit back into a wide leg seat. From here, lean back onto the hands, walk the feet wide as we would take our seated windshield wipers. As you exhale, release the knees to the left. Inhale, point the knee back up. Knees to the right, exhale. Inhale, point up. Exhale, knees left. Point up. And knees to the right. Pointing up. From here, shift the knees to the left, and we're going to sit up into the hips, in legs. Taking both knees and the hips all to about 90 degrees. So if you need to, change the angle at the hip, change the angle at the knee joint. Sitting tall here, you might feel it more on the inside of right leg, you might feel more on the outside of left hip. Sitting up and fold forward towards left foot, or if you want, turn even more like pigeon in the left leg and fold over left calf. Lifting back up, walk the hands back up and behind the hips, like the knee. Release the knees to the right and adjust where the legs are. Again, we might need to change the angle of the hips, angle of the knees. Lifting up to stay, to fold forward toward right foot, or turn the chest, turn the pelvis slightly and fold over right leg as though we were pigeon. Sitting back up. Bring the hands behind you once again. And we'll straighten the legs out, coming into a wide leg seated forward fold. Hands behind the hips to help lift tall. Leaning the torso forward, hinging hip joints. Finding our fold, we'll stay here. Or we can walk the hands farther out in front, leading with the chest, keeping the chest lifted. So we make sure the navel is folding toward the floor. And sitting back up. From here, we'll cross the right shin in front of you. We have a couple options here. Right shin in front of you. Crossing left ankle over the top of the right knee, coming into fire log, or coming into figure four instead, planting the right foot, crossing the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Or if you'd like, in the comfort of home, you're welcome to take figure four on your back as well. Staying here. Finding our fire log, going wherever you'd like. If we're in fire log, folding the same way, hinging from the hip joints, folding the chest toward left calf. Sitting back up, we'll switch either taking figure four with the left foot to the ground, right ankle over left thigh, or bring the left shin parallel to the hips, right ankle over left knee, lifting tall and fold your choice of hips with the left ankle crossed or the left leg on top. Sitting back up. From here, we'll spin around, not quite to Shavasana yet, but do point the feet in the direction you'd like them to be facing for Shavasana. Releasing back and setting up for a dynamic bridge variation. Spine, shoulders, and the head all land. Feet plant to the floor about hip width. Both the arms and the hips. Inhale to raise up. As you lower, release spine, hips, and arms down to the floor. Inhale, raise hips, raise arms. Keep the arms to the floor around the head. And as you exhale, release just the spine, just the hips. Inhale, hips and spine lift. Release hips and arms back to land. Hips and arms lift up. Arms stay around the head. Exhale, release spine and hips back to the floor. One more of each. Inhale to raise up. Lower arms and hips. Inhale, raise. Keep the arms around the head. Exhale, lower down. Hips raise. And lower all. Hug the knees up into the chest. Keep the left knee in. Inhale, extend the right leg out. Stay to breathe here. Left knee moving toward left chest or left shoulder. Right foot flexed away from you. Trying to keep low back anchored to the floor. And bring the right knee, both knees back into the chest. Keep the right knee into chest or shoulder. Inhale, extend the left leg away. Flex left footprint away. Breathing here. Exhale, knees back into the chest. Plant the soles of the feet to the floor. Take the arms out to the sides, walking the feet a little wider than hips. Exhale, knees release to the left. Windshield wiper to stay. Breathing here. Next inhale, point the knees up. Release the knees to the right, staying to breathe. Pointing the knees back up. Walk the feet toward one another, cross ankle over the top of the left thigh. Figure 4, or if you'd like, we can bring right foot inside left elbow and right knee inside right elbow, clasping the hands to come into a reclined pigeon variation. We can release the head once we have the body fit will land, maybe the top of the head lands, or we can stay in our figure 4. Right arm through the legs, hands to left hamstring or perhaps left shin. Release left foot to the floor and right foot to the floor. Switch sides. Left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Left knee away. Right leg to chest for figure 4, or elbows lock in around the arch and the knee. Extending right leg out. Oh, that sun is coming out. That is just lovely. Coming into a reclined pigeon. Bringing right knee back into the ankle if it's not already. Send right foot and left back to the floor. Taking any additional shapes or poses you'd like, comfortable and ready to release for Shavasana. Again, you're in the comfort of your own home. Anything goes. If you want to take pigeon on your front. If you need to take another round of twists, a different variation of twists, feel free. Asymmetrical shapes first. And then end with 1 or 2 symmetrical shapes. Maybe happy baby, maybe reclined butterfly. Completing your practice as you need. Taking your time. When you're ready, release to your preferred shape for Shavasana. Adding any props, adding any eye pillows. If you are by a bright window, perhaps you would like to place something over the eyes and yourself as comfortable as you can be. And this can also be done in the seat. We're going to do some points. So either Shavasana on your back or meditation in a seat, your preference. And when you're ready, find your shape to land. And be aware of the spaces in the back of the body or into hips and legs that land into the floor. Exhaling into points of contact, whether it be the floor behind you or the floor that's supporting your seat. Feel every exhale move downwards, anchoring and grounding, stabilizing. Feel every inhale lift and expand. Exhales, ground, stabilizing back into the floor. Inhale, slight extension. Become aware of the space between the eyebrows, just behind the forehead at midbrain. Aware of this space, a small white or blue star-like point. Aware of this space in the body illuminated with energy, with light, or simply being where it is. Awareness to the point at throat center. Star-like point at the throat. Inside right shoulder joint. No need to move or do, simply being aware of its presence inside the body. Awareness to right elbow joint. Right wrist. Tip of the right thumb. Right pointer finger. Right middle finger. Tip of the right ring finger. Tip of right little finger. Right wrist. Right elbow. Right shoulder joint. Throat center. White or blue star-like point at left shoulder joint. Left elbow. Left wrist. Tip of the left thumb. Left pointer finger. Left middle finger. Left ring finger. Left little finger. Left wrist. Left elbow. Left shoulder. Throat. Awareness to heart center. Center of the right side of the chest. Heart center. Center of the left side of the chest. Return to rest your awareness at center. As you inhale, feel the expansion into ribs, into lungs. Exhales, collect back to the smallest point you could imagine at heart. Feeling the subtle movement of the breath. Return awareness, your intention. Feeling it throughout whole body and every layer of the mind. If you'd like, welcome to sit on your back for the next few moments, or you're welcome to gently make your way into a tallest seat to complete our practice. Your preferred shape, your choice. Keeping your awareness with the breath, expanding from the innermost point at heart center outwards. Exhales collecting back in, whether on your back or in seat. Continue to bring joy, this breath, this energy into heart center. Feeling the warmth of the sunshine even when we can't see it or feel it in real life. Carrying light, this joy, this energy with you. Coming back to it whenever you need it. Back to our breath when we lose focus, reining the mind back in. Back to movement, conscious movement, when we become restless or unmotivated. Allowing your embodiment of your practice and your intention to continue. Coming back to your intention later tonight before you go to sleep, tomorrow when you wake up, whenever you need to. Bring the palms together at heart center, bowing your head to your chest. Acknowledging your breath, your peace, and all that you are. Namaste. Thank everyone for joining me, those of you that are still here, those of you that went through the mic drop, receiver drop. We're going to see if we can fix this guy for tomorrow, otherwise that's going to be disappointing. Now we just need a nice cold towel. I think so too. Oh, girl, I missed you. I hope Mimsy Pup was in the room. Oh my god, yay, we had a lot of people pop on here. Thank you guys, and thank you, Kate. Your comment when my mic cut out took up 2 lines, and I figured that was more than a so-and-so is watching. So thank you for alerting me to the fact that I dropped my belongings and maybe broke them and maybe don't have a microphone anymore. So we're gonna work on that. Even through that, I do feel more motivated through that practice. There is a whole lot that can be done energetically through movement to affect how you're feeling. Obviously, you are here, or a lover of, or practitioner of yoga. Love you, Val. Thank you. Back bends, gentle back bends. We didn't do any straight up intense back bends here. We just lengthened the spine. We did some active laterals, even opening the shoulders in a different way with eagle arms, bringing that energy and that concentration in. Doing our goddess pose, doing our warrior one with our goal pose. So you can take any of these things with you, do them whenever you need to, even if you're sitting in your chair, if you're working from home, doing a couple of those breaths with our goalpost pull down can really do a lot for the spine, the shoulders, and just your energy in general. So thanks for joining me, guys. Chair Yoga Thursday, and I'll be here again next Tuesday night, as far as I know. So hopefully with a microphone, and then teaching a lot at New Dawn through Zoom. If you're interested, if you're unsure how to use Zoom, let me know. I'm super happy to walk you through it. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's not so bad. Have a night, everybody.